The Dutton family is back and they're ready to take on the world. This season, they will face some of their toughest challenges yet. From a new enemy to a new business venture, the Duttons will have to use all of their resources to stay on top. The Duttons will also have to deal with a new threat in the form of a powerful Native American tribe. This tribe is determined to take back their land, and the Duttons will have to find a way to protect their own. Which television program do you think is currently underappreciated? Well, the solution's very clear. Considering that Yellowstone debuted in 2018, the show has slowly grown its viewership, with over 12 million viewers tuning in for the Season 5 premiere, but it only receives a small portion of the media attention that other, less popular shows do. Is this discrepancy because the show emphasizes issues from the heartland of America, or a result of its lack of fear? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the purpose of the film is to expose the dark and depraved aspects of human nature. I'm sure you're eagerly awaiting the fate of the Buttons. There are a few things about the show. You may not know what Kevin Costner think about the series that he's brought into the spotlight. Let's take a closer look at the real-life history of the Dutton Ranch and the awful secret that experts believe Beth Dutton is concealing, and examine the untold narrative behind the making of this once-in-a-lifetime show before we start, as well as its history and lore. Click the thumbs up icon as soon as possible. To ensure that you never miss an episode, please support us by subscribing to our channel. Consider the show. It is inhumane and brutal. I remember being somewhat surprised to see Kevin Costner when Yellowstone was first announced. Preparing for a TV program, he's a renowned actor who has been in some of the greatest movies of the past 30 years after all. He's now moving to the small screen television, and he believes it just demonstrated the potential of the show and the plot it was going to tell. While many actors have transitioned from the television to the big screen, the converse is considerably less frequent. What does Kevin Costner think, and why did he agree to participate? Because he thinks the show is good or is a fan. Even though everyone has seen Kevin Costner in movies, many are aware that he has dabbled in television before. The majority of true fans of Kevin Costner adore him in the miniseries Hatfield and McCoys, but even they admit that there are some hidden agendas. Compared to a long-running show, a miniseries is more similar to a movie. Long-running programs have some pretty significant implications for the work. You might believe that Kevin's transition to TV would be low stakes and even enjoyable, but in many respects, it's been the exact opposite. Kevin, on the other hand, claims he doesn't enjoy working on the show very much. If I have any questions, conflicts with co-stars or disagreements with producers may not be the true reason, despite what you might anticipate. The issue is that Kevin, like us, has no idea when or even if Yellowstone will end, even though you wouldn't know it. From his outstanding performance, the unknown wears on him, and that issue has gotten worse. Even though the series was initially virtually entirely authored by the show, as it has developed and expanded, Kevin has even less material to work with now that creator Taylor Sheridan has a large team of Hollywood writers on board. Having stated that it is not the case, Kevin regrets having to work on this fantastic performance. He is very complimentary of the author Taylor Sheridan. He claims that the showrunner had undoubtedly paid his dues in Hollywood, but it's unclear if he means that the former actor put in years of exemplary labor or degraded himself to gain an advantage in Yellowstone, which is based on a true story. The story of Yellowstone has captivated audiences through its larger-than-life production, personalities, its vivid violence, and the complex web of conflicting interests that perpetually torments the Dutton. The clan? I mean, that's why we watch TV, after all, to see bigger stories, crazier and more exciting than our everyday lives, and take more time to tell than a 2-hour film. But what if the show wasn't just the brainchild of an active imagination? What if all the intense negotiations and family drama happened? Well, that actually might be the case. While Dutton Ranch is a core set on the Colorado-Montana border, filming for the show takes place almost 8 hours away, deep into Montana, but even further away in Texas. That's a real-life ranch with some striking parallels to the Dutton Ridge. Now the story goes back to the 1850s, when a man named Wagner went west to claim a plot while it wasn't much to start with. Wagner soon made a deal with the local Native Americans. Sounds familiar, huh? In a biblical move. Elder Wagner made his children draw straws to divide up the ranch. The idea was that the children, who had grown soft and petulant from their wealth and status, would now finally have a big responsibility. Unfortunately, that gamble was doomed from the start. He secretly wanted his favorite child, Electra, to get the ranch closest to his, and when she drew the wrong straw and declared a mistrial until she chose the right one, this was just the first mishap of many. As the kids proved, they were certainly not responsible enough to take care of the ranch. They quickly blew it all on parties, shopping and messy divorces. Now, there are some obvious differences between the Wagner family and the Buttons. Yellowstone has had to keep new twists and turns coming. After all, it's a show, but the main problem between the two patriarchs is similar in how they do. You will carry a legacy into the future with everybody, even your kids. Different groups can get in the way, get along even after so much blood has been shed. These are the kind of questions that keep us all tuning into Yellowstone. Does Beth have a secret mental illness? While Beth can be aggravating to watch on the show, you cannot deny that Kelly Riley does an amazing job bringing that character to her life. While she's had some mid-range spots over the years, Yellowstone has truly been a breakout for her. She's created such an intense character that some suspect Beth Dutton suffers from mental illness, characterizes her behavior. So is there any dramatic personality disorder? It's a psychiatric disorder distinguished by a pattern of exaggerated emotionality and attention-seeking behaviors. They often behave dramatically or inappropriately just to get attention and use seduction and sexuality to this end. Now, I'm not saying this sounds like Beth Dutton, but don't you agree? It sure sounds like Beth. The show has attracted so many loyal viewers because many people in the Dutton Ranch, well, there's only one way to find out. It's to keep watching the course, and while some have appreciated the new direction, getting to see John Dutton flex his muscles in politics, for example, others miss the ranch time and don't like the new characters. No matter where the series has come from, trying to hold on to its legacies is a long way from the start, so thank you Taylor Sheridan for this incredible show, and not just for Yellowstone, but for 1883 and now 1923. So what's your favorite show from the incredible brain Taylor Sheridan? What season of Yellowstone was the best, and who and what's your favorite show? In the comments, tell me your thoughts. Before you go, please hit that thumbs up icon to show support and subscribe to our channel.